The mission of Mimi's Minnie's Gourmet Treats is to share a hug with every little bite. The treats are like little hugs, and they are just perfect for celebrations, care packages, just because, or I miss you, token, or to lift someone's spirits after they had a hard time. Sweet treats have a way of making any moment a little better. Mimi means grandma in German. And Mimi's Minis was birthed out of cherishing and sharing how that as a symbol of spreading sweet bits as that of a grandma's love with friends and family in such a special way. There's nothing like remembering and feeling the sweetness that a Mimi smile, hug, lesson, and treat can give you in many, many ways. Mimi's Minis is just a way to remember a piece of that in a small way. Get yourself a small treat today at shopmimisminis.com. The link will be in the description below.
You know, and
Yeah, yeah. Look at him.
This thing's so dark. Oh, what's that?
What's up, man?
How y'all doing?
Oh, doing all right, man.
Listen to him.
Oh,
They talking.
I didn't know what to do. You just handed me the phone. All right.
They speaking good facts.
So, all right.
Yeah, go ahead, B.
yeah. So I just think a lot of time we're just focused on school, classroom, and all this other stuff, but I just wish we had a little bit more options of learning as well. I said I'm the type of kid who would have loved to have hands-on-hand experience, actually being inside the field, actually get that type of personal mentorship, compared to sitting in the classroom with 30 plus students in there. Um, and I think that would benefit not everyone, but for people like me, that type of training would have definitely helped growing up, and I know I would have been a lot better off if I had that type of training compared to being sitting inside a classroom and falling asleep and can hardly pay attention because I was so bored. So and 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 I'm a real focused person. I think I'm pretty disciplined, but if I'm not interested in it, I'm just not interested. This is what it is. So, and that's another thing we have a problem with, is starting something and putting it down 2 seconds later.
Well, hold on, B. Before you go on there, I actually, because we do actually have a teacher here. I want to, just saying. So, yeah, I mean, we're going to talk about, because I do like that. I do want to talk about the education and the educational system. Go ahead, Mr. Norris. Why don't you talk about the educational system and kind of what you feel about it?
So the way it's set up is the same thing that we're talking about in the different communities. Like literally, the more money you have in the community, the better school you have in your community. Period. That's just how it goes. Now, with that being said, there's other things that happen in elementary schools, junior high schools, and even college, depending on the area, location. You get a better education depending on where you live at. It's crazy. But also at the same time, something that's never really talked about in school is they tell you, you can have the world, you can do anything you want to do, you can be anything you want to be. But then it's like, well, what the heck am I supposed to choose? Like, you're giving me too many options. They don't tell you specifically, if you want a steady paycheck, you need to pick up a trade. That could be an electrician, a construction worker, a plumber. Like, those are needed at all times. Always in demand. That's a steady paycheck coming in. Period. Then, yes, you have the other things where you're a speech writer or something like that, the artistic field where you're being creative a little bit more, to the point of this. The president needs speeches written. Boom, you writing speeches for the president. But those jobs are far and few in between, yeah? So these jobs where you have the spokesperson, the person that has a good way with words and stuff, like just like our rappers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Those are like, everybody can't be a rapper. With that being said, you have to figure out when you're in school, which they don't tell you, you have to figure out when you're in school what you want to do with your life from get-go. Don't be worried so much about the SATs and yada, yada, yada. Figure out if you want to be a worker or on top of the food chain of being a boss and an entrepreneur. That's going to take a lot more work, but also pay off in the end if you put enough work into it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I mean,
But you're going to be dead broke in the beginning.
Yeah, that's true. You know, doing a business definitely takes a lot of sacrifice. I mean, heck, you know how I am. I mean, but you already know how I feel about education. Or it's like I'm kind of, like I said, I'm for education, but I definitely believe in educational reform because I don't feel like they give you all the resources that you needed. But I also understand this too, which like a lot of people say, you know, a lot of information, you know, you got to find the books, you got to find yourself, you know, and that's kind of a challenge. But I am a person who does believe more in not remove educational system, but educational reform. You know, I think you know, a lot of things that you go through is a lot of fluff that you really don't need, and it doesn't really help you in life. And that's a big issue to me with just the educational system as a whole. And I really think that it does need to be revamped because, I mean, heck, you got people running around now who basically, I mean, dude, I mean, come on, I was just watching a news article. No, not a news, but a clip like a couple years ago about an engineer who is basically on the streets, which makes no sense. This dude has a degree and has nothing, you know?
Yeah, that's something that should be changed, and I agree. I just wanted to put this in there real quick with what you're talking about. Is instead of just being out there on your own and looking for these jobs on your own lonesome, the time you get that degree, there should be, besides just going to a place like an office of job placement, yada, 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 you are in, day out with certain instructors and stuff, right?
Yeah.
So why isn't that every single class, at least 65% of the class can get jobs right off the bat? Doesn't make sense.
Well, I think
because you should, in order to be in that position, just so you know, you have to know the people in the industry and be in the industry yourself.
Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah, I mean, it goes back to like what we learn. They say, you know, you should spend 30% of your time at school doing school, and 70% of your time getting to know people, because usually it's those people that's going to help you find your job or career for the most part, you know.
You learn the technique quick, but finding and learning about these people, that's the slow part.
Yeah, basically. But yeah, but like, because I mean, it's true. Like I mean, let's just be honest. Like some of the gigs I got was just based on people who I know. You know, it wasn't really based on my education and stuff. Like, trust me. I mean, I went to school and it. Well, people use me example of why not to go to school. But at the same time, though, like to me, like it's the people who I know, the people I met, who got me to where I am now. I don't want to say I'm anywhere where I want to be yet, but who got me, you know, into places and, you know, getting moving. But part of that also has to do with movement and making an effort to get myself out there too, which a lot of people don't really talk about that. You got to put an effort out there.
Keyword, internship. Mm-hmm. If you're going to school, you better pick yourself up an internship. I'm so serious. That's going to get you that job. When they ask you about that experience level on those job postings and stuff, saying you need a year's experience, and you go like, how am I supposed to get experience if I got the skills, but I ain't never had the job? Internship. That is the freaking answer. I'm telling you right now. The other thing is figure out if you want to dump money into a university. Do you have that much commitment, that much time to put it all forth in right there? Or do you want to go to a community college where it's only a certificate? A certificate can still get you a job, gosh darn it, is all I'm trying to say.
Yeah, but it's a lot harder now.
Yeah, I mean, the economy is a certain way, understandable, but at the same time, everybody's reestablishing right now. So if a person is about to start to open their business up soon, because businesses are starting to reopen and whatnot, and they know that you're getting your certification, yada, 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 you might be first on the list. But because you didn't want to go to school for a few months, you're not on the list.
Yeah. That's true. That's true. What about you, B? You got anything you want to add?
Nah, man. No, he's right though. But like I said, this is the type of stuff that it's just not talked about as talked about with us as children. We're just told that okay, you're graduated elementary school. Now you're in middle school. Now all of a sudden you're in high school. What the hell is high school? Like you're just in it. like it was never talked about. And then now you're in high school, and then they started talking about now if you're like those AP students, they talked about your college and all that other stuff, but most students weren't in AP. There was just the common students. College wasn't even talked about until the 12th grade, and then now all of a sudden you have to make this choice. Like, okay, shit, like what college do I want to go to? So I guess I'll just go to community college because I don't know. I didn't even think about it. So now you're in a community college. Well, what do I want to do in community college? I'm just here just breezing along and just taking the classes that you don't want. a few years go down the drain. It's like, okay, I guess I'll pick something. And that's how most people grow up.
I mean, let me ask you a question to everybody here. How many of y'all had the college talk from your parents?
Go ahead. No. Take your mask off. Talk to them. You can hear you. Talk.
No, I haven't had no college talk to my parents, but I had college talk to me. Like, I get emails from colleges about grades or football and stuff like that, but not really talk to my parents. They just basically tell me to tell my parents what they tell me or forward the emails to my parents.
Hey man, can you get close to the mic? We can barely hear you.
Yeah.
No, take your mask off. Speak louder. It's Bluetooth.
Wait.
Yeah, it's Bluetooth. Why you think it's so loud? Yeah, speak louder.
So, like, no, colleges, they talk to me, but they haven't talked to my parents. Like, I get emails from colleges saying, like, telling me that they're, like, interested or something like that about, or paying attention to me, or they're super cool, and they just tell me to, like,
Hey man, let me ask you a question. How old are you?
I just turned 17.
17. Okay.
Okay.
All right, this is good. This is good. Then we can actually ask you some questions. So let me ask you this: since we're talking about school, can you tell us about your experience? We've been out for a while, so I want to know what's going on right now. Like how do you feel about the school system right now for somebody in your age group?
Well, I mean, to be honest, I think it's all. Of course, we learning. Of course, it's good to learn, but they don't teach us like what we need to learn. If that makes sense, like they don't be teaching us how to write no check or how to do taxes and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
My mom told me it's basically up to your teacher whether she cares enough for you about your future. Like some of my teachers, they'll stop class and be like, all right, I'm gonna teach you guys how to write your taxes or how to write a check or something like that. Because last year, my junior year of high school, she asked how many know how to write a check, and not one person in the class raised their hand. So she taught us how to write checks. She taught us how to kind of do taxes and things like that. Things that we need later on. Not what we're going to take with that you're probably not going to use it.
Okay. Hey, Norris, cause I know you probably gotta go soon. I'm gonna let you go ahead and finish up and let you have to set basically the last words. So.
My last words.
Exactly. Your last words. My bad.
I definitely get a well-rounded understanding of where he's coming from because he's taking a bite of. There's always the manual method of doing things before, right? Mm-hmm. Takes a little bit longer, takes a little bit more work, but the equipment and all that stuff lasts forever. Now we're transitioning to the digital phase where they're obsoleting everything. And then the question has always been asked, as we know, as men, yada. Well, it goes down. Now what? So what I think is, as a student coming up or a young child coming up, you have to for sure make your own decisions in life because you have to live with those choices. But make sure you do an ample amount of research on the decisions that you're going to be laid out for you. So say if you're going to decide to go to a school, some of the things that the teachers or the scouts are not telling you about, accredited. I think my mic went out.
Oh no, you're back.
Okay. But are they accredited? And as well as them being accredited, like what are you going to that school for? Is it just specifically for sports? Or is it, I have my major and my minor as well?
I have no idea. I just have my
And that's something that you're going to come up against and have to work through and all that jazz. But at the same time of you thinking those thoughts, sometimes it boils down to the money. Like, can you live with making only this much, if anything, for a certain period of time? Those are the questions that you have to start thinking and questioning of your lifestyle. These are lifestyle decisions that you're starting to make now as a young adult.
Yeah, you want to go ahead, B? You have anything to add?
Oh yeah. Oh man.
All right, Norris.
Peace out, man.
Hold on, wait. Before you go, tell people where they can find you at. You
can find me one or two different ways on social media platforms, whether it's Instagram, Facebook, whatever. You can @Crump Society or @Norris__NP.
Mm-hmm. It's a photography man right here.
Yeah.
But all right, Norris, you have a good one, man.
All right, you too. All of you.
Yeah.
Take it easy, man. Be safe.
You too. Thanks.
All right, cool. All right. So, you know what? Yeah, you know what, B? Yeah, I'll let you go, man. You got anything you want to say?
Yeah, man. Everything Norris said was straight facts. Yeah, man. Just focus on trying to figure out what you're good at and focus on that. I'll say join a lot of activities. And I'll just say just join a lot of activities outside of school. Get used to seeing what's around your city. Get used to being part of something, like I said, outside of school. Because what school is gone. All that stuff you did is gone, but everything you did outside of school is still there. So you can continue with your practices on what you want to do, and then once you find that college, if you want to go to college, once you find that college,
you got a couple school bodies.
Hold on.
What the heck? What? What?
That's why I've been on mute. I'm sorry.
What the heck's going on over there?
You gonna be? Ignore it. Just ignore it. Just act like it never happened.
Oh boy, I can't explain what just happened, but but yeah, just like I said, once you get to college, the main thing is just to start building up your network. Yeah, you're gonna learn a little bit in college, but more importantly, if you have a strong network, that could take you a lot farther. Like what Nora said, start looking into internships. If you can find an internship early, do it for a year. You can start making money fast. Is college even worth it anymore? I mean, the bread is already coming in, but you still want to stay committed to that goal and get your degree. If you don't know, another alternative, if you don't want to go to school, is get your license in truck driving, get your license in legitly as a security guard, get your license in some type of trade, being an electronic, a plumber or something, because those are all valuable skills that you can have for the rest of your life. And you will always have a job having these type of skills. And you can even do that while you're trying to figure out what you're trying to do within life. So now you're making good money, and you could do that for a few years, and then once you finally figure out what you want to do and figure out what type of college you want to go to, you'll have a lot of money saved up. So there's a lot of and I'm talking in a sense with just doing things in more outside the school than within the school, because I think Norris covered the whole inside school, the whole staying within the school and the help within that school. I think he did a great job explaining that. I'm just giving other options.
So I'll go ahead and say my piece. And I'll go ahead and let Keith. I'll finish this off, but.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I kind of agree, but I feel a little bit differently about it. So, I mean, like he was saying, and I'm just going to put this out there for everybody here, but, you want to be in sports, which is cool. I mean, I'm not, again, that's not a knock, but understand that at any point in time, you don't know, like you may wind up becoming LeBron James, or you might wind up becoming, again, just using the NBA as an example, you might wind up becoming LeBron James. You might become Slavish Medinko, I can't even say his name right. Or you may become, a college athlete. So my whole entire thing is, and this is something I feel like I don't have kids, but I always say, if I have kids, they want to be an athlete. One thing I will always say is this, is that I have no problem with you trying to achieve that goal. I'm not going to say that you can't make it, but you need to have a backup plan. It has nothing to do with your ability or you can or can't. But it can happen. If you're running around and somebody hits you in your knee, your career could be over. I mean, there's a dude right now who may have lost his whole entire career in the NFL because he got his lung punctured, And it's things like that you have to think about. I mean the truth of it is, I mean, when you're young, I mean, this is the best time to get things figured out. The truth of it is, nothing in this life is guaranteed. And that's a fact. So me, I'm really big on having backup plans, having a second option, if this doesn't work out, I want to be able to go a different way. Trust me, I mean, I know plenty of people. Heck, I know two guys. I haven't taught them in a while, but personally, one dude had a full scholarship to a D1 school for basketball, and basically he was working at Home Depot, fell off a ladder, lost everything. His entire scholarship is gone, because of that. So it's not about, some people want to look at that like, I get the whole entire thing of, if you can make it, this has something to do with you make it or not, or if you believe you can or not. It's just about being smart and being prepared. Being young at 17, like, man, I wish I could go back, especially with what I know now, or anybody don't know, like it kind of goes back to what Nora said, and even I agree with that. At this age, I mean, the earlier you think about these things, about where I want to go with my life and what I want to be, could really change your direction the sooner that you think about these kind of things. If you think about these kind of things later in life, well, things might pass you by. It might be too late. It's never too late to succeed. It's always possible. But if you could do it when you're young, I mean, just think about, 17 and, you work your butt off and you get a career or I mean, not even a career, like you decide to go into, real estate, whatever, and you go ahead and buy houses and sacrifice. Some, like I was hearing about a dude who literally took out a loan to, basically, he took out a loan to purchase a house, and then he did real estate, and, dude's a millionaire now. So, and it's, of course, it's a high risk, high reward, but I think, especially when you're 17, if you can start thinking about this stuff now before everybody else, of like, where do I want to be in the future? Whether it's, I want to work with a good company, or whether I want to, be rich, whatever. If you start thinking about this stuff now and change your mindset, you start working on this stuff now, well, you might have a better outcome in the future than a lot of people, like us who kind of, I don't want to say we were delayed, but I mean, for me personally, I didn't really have a direction. That was a lot of my issues. But if you jump on it now, you might wind up in a better spot than a lot of people at an earlier age, at an earlier time. You won't have to have all the worries like a lot of us have, especially as we're older. So that's kind of, one of the things I tell people, like, especially when you're young, I think that's the first thing that you got to ask yourself, what do I want to do? What do I want to be? All right, cool. If that doesn't work out, think about having a plan B, and think about that stuff now, because while you're going through the process, if you're thinking about success and succeeding, well, then, once you get to that point, man, you're going to be better off than most people at our point. Hey, Keith, are you there? Or okay, he's probably doing something.
Yeah, no, I'm here.
No, man. I want to let you have your piece up in this conversation about.
I would just say, with the kid being 17 years old, I personally, I'm not disrespecting anybody, but yes, a lot of us aren't really in a place to tell a 17-year-old what to do, how to do, or nothing like that. Yes, it's just advice. I'm not saying there's anything wrong, but I don't feel like I'm in the position to tell him what to take in life, because I don't know his day-to-day and anything like this. I'm not going to tell him to have a plan, because I know me at 17, hormones are raging.
Mm-hmm.
I had house issues. It was a lot going on in life that it wasn't as easy as just think of a plan, especially in 2006. It just wasn't as easy as that. So my advice to him is just enjoy life, man. Enjoy what the small things that life gives you on a day-to-day basis. If you have a good head on your shoulder, things will figure itself out. That's the only advice I'll give. Only advice, because I just can't. I personally can't. I'm not saying you guys did not give good advice and great advice. All that's fine and dandy, but you at 17 would have heard all of this and been like, bro, shut up. It's not easy.
Yeah.
So,
But at the same time, like even kind of that what we're saying, like will we even give it a chance or try it? That's kind of also that makes a difference too. Which again, like I just want to say this real quick. I definitely agree with you. We're like, most of us at 17, like I agree with you. Like at 17, like sit down and enjoy life and all that stuff. So like I said, this isn't really a debate. It's like I get where you're coming from, because I know when I was 17, I wasn't thinking about like business, whatever. I was just trying. What I was told at 17 was, all right, you're just going to be good, and then you're just going to go straight to college. Like no plan, no how to do things, no business. Just this is your life. You go to school, you go to college, and then you're done. There was no like, all right, this is what you got to do. This is the moves you got to make. Nah, nobody told me that at 17. At 17, you're right. I wasn't even thinking about that. Heck, at 17, my whole entire goal of going to college was just to, basically, and I'll be real with you. That's all. That was my big desire going to college. But but the one that I would say is not.
How did that work out?
Fair enough.
What wasn't it easy as you wanted to be?
Fair enough.
Oh,
fair enough. But the one
sit here and watch these movies and be like, oh man, this guy can do it and he's disgusting. No, that's a movie. There's a thing called STDs out there. It's not that easy. Nobody told us that part.
Nope. There's a lot that they didn't tell us. But the one thing I just want to say is that whether we have good advice or whether we're not in a position to give advice or whether we are in a position, the best that you can do at least from anything is you can at least learn from people's mistakes, you know? I mean, that's the best that you can at least do, you know?
Yeah, no, man. Like I said, I agree.
Good?
Yeah. Yeah, no, man. Like I said, I agree with everything that's saying. You know, trying to give advice or trying to tell our future. You know, not to do it wrong like us, man. That's just the biggest thing I teach my kids. It's like, you know, how I've been so in the society of sports from having, like I said, a mixed son that's half black and half Mexican, trying to explain to him. I mean, he's only 7. You know, he's not 17. Because if he was 17, we would have a lot more disagreements on life. But he's only 7, and you know, and like he's just retaining so much information. And like I can see him at times use this information. And you know, it's amazing. So like, I can't wait till he does get to 17 to, you know, hopefully he does understand everything I'm saying now and be like, okay, Dad wasn't just an idiot on everything he was saying. Because yeah, I grew up in a house with all women. So yes, it's kind of hard for me to speak on, you know, I didn't have any male figures, and a lot of us didn't, you know, who grew up in the 80s and the 90s. It's like guys were scarce back then, you know, and you know, if it was a guy, he was not a really good influence, you know. So you know, I want to be a better influence to every teen. Like, you know, I talk to teenage guys who I see now, like, hey man, you know, do this, just be smarter. You know, yes, I know she's hot. I know she got ass. I know she got, you know, this and that. Bro, like, focus on, you know, you don't want to have a kid at 16 years old. You know, you don't want to have, you know, 6 baby mamas and 8 kids, bro. Like, that's not a good way to live at, you know, 30. It's like, you know, live your life. You know, live your life for you. And don't live your life for the next chick or a next trophy or a next notch on your belt. Like, bro, like, you know, and that's what I think these men need to tell their sons and their nephews and their nieces, you know, nieces too. It's like, but we live in and I hate to say this like this, I don't agree with the whole, you know, sexuality thing, but at least it's a plus. You know, like I said, I'm not saying it's a good thing, but you know, and when we were in high school, it's like if you heard a dude was gay, it was like put the crosses up, you know, put the 2 fingers up. It's like, I'm not deal with this dude. But you know, I'm not trying to, you know, be a weirdo by saying this, and I feel like this. I'm not telling everybody else shit, but it's like if you know that your daughter's a lesbian, it's like at least you know she ain't gonna never get pregnant, so at least she can have a future. You know, hey, I'm just saying, at the end of the day. It's like, at least you have that. But it's like, I remember at a time when, that was shunned. But it's like, I'm not saying that society is programming us in a certain way, because they are. Yeah. But it's like, you know, I don't want my daughter to come in this house at 14 years old with a baby bump. I'd be the blasting my, like, where did I go wrong as a father? Like, so I know people talk so much stuff about, you know, sexuality and stuff like that, but I hate to say it, it does have its perks, at least as a father. You know, Chris Rock said it best, you know, that's my whole job of keeping my daughter off the pole, but he meant 2 poles, not just 1 at the end of the day. So, I mean, and it's already hard to keep your daughter off of 1 pole. So now you got to worry about the other one. God damn. So, like I said, my advice to every kid is enjoy your kid, because once you and your kidhood, because once you turn 18, man, that's when, you know, life just says, hello, I'm here, and there ain't no going back. And we were not ready for it. And that's why we're all sitting here talking about ways to get rich and get schemes fast and, you know, all these things, man. And like I said, we weren't taught. We weren't given advice, and it sucks, man. It really does. Because I know if we all had mentors like us, we would go a hell of a lot farther.
Yeah. 100% agree.
Hey, Adrian, I see you talking over there, man.
Yeah, I'm still here. I'm over. See, look. Y'all think I was lying. I got these little kids I got to yell at. Work.
Hard work.
Yeah, pretty much. They got to get they all dancing around because they think it's funny because I ain't paying attention to them. This one on the phone over here. Look at it. I ain't never seen the quarterback throw a cell phone, but, you know, it may be today.
Oh,
man.
Yeah, man.
So what's good?
Nah, man, we just want to get your piece on this. We've been talking for a while, man. We want to just get your.
Yeah, man. I had my nephew out here and he was talking to you and everything. Man, yeah. The other one didn't want to talk to y'all. I asked him if you want to get in the panel. You get in the panel? I'm good. You good? Okay. Oh, okay. He gonna be in the next one.
Right, for sure. Totally welcome.
Nah. Definitely. Like I said, I didn't want to get in there because I knew what was gonna happen. But yeah, you guys saw what happened. I have a lot of beliefs on that situation. And
hey, again, man. Let me just tell you this, man. That's what this is for, man. You ain't got shit to go nothing. You see, we all here. We don't care. Go ahead, say your piece. That's what this is for. You know, this is a convo. This is a discussion. I don't want anybody to sugarcoat their beliefs. I mean, let me just say it like this. I'm just going to let everybody know. Like, we all on many subjects don't agree about everything, but that's the point. The thing I want to do is bring all of us together so we can have a conversation about things and maybe find some solution to put out in the world. They can do whatever they want with it. That's all it is.
I mean, honestly, one of the best solutions is stuff like this. Having a platform that people can actually sit there and discuss stuff and then have the youth. I mean, I got I got 4 of them right here. And, you know, you got to keep them straight. You got to always be in contact with them, always be communicating with them, because if not, they make up their own decisions. And sometimes those decisions ain't right.
Nope. I think we can all agree with that.
Yeah. So, I mean, at the end of the day, if you can help guide them, then yeah, we can change this narrative. But at the end of the day, if you just give them a phone and then allow them to come up with the narratives on their own, then obviously they're going to dictate, just like we were talking about earlier, whatever the media wants you to dictate. And that always is not the right thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of the things, and one of the reasons why I think I said this in the last one. One of the reasons why I even did this was because one of my biggest issues was I got tired of seeing all these white faces talking for us, and we weren't given a chance to talk for ourselves. You know, like this is our issues. This is what we deal with. You know, and you know, there's too many people out there talking for us, but ain't listening to us, and we ain't talking amongst ourselves. And that's a big issue that I have.
Exactly.
Wow.
That's pretty much all I gotta say. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Well, we got a life right there.
we out here. Yeah. Well, we got about 9 minutes left, so I'm gonna let you guys, say your last pieces. I mean, I want to start off with Keith just to see, because he's on mute, and I want to let him say his piece if he wants to. So, Keith, if you're there, man, if you want, I'll let you say your last piece.
Like I said, it's about the kids, and they're our future, and we gotta change. We gotta change their views going forward. Like I said, we already set in our ways, but we have a chance to teach. Like I was telling G, I think, and it's a 22-year-old at my job, and he was he started off in the Army young and stuff, and his mom was very racist, and he didn't he would walk near a black person and walk the other way, and it wasn't until he joined the Army he had a different outlook on black people. So yeah, I mean, it shouldn't take that long though for you to know that black people aren't a threat. And yes, I do feel like white people need to change the narrative to other white kids, you know, so they don't grow up thinking that you know, all black people are a threat. But that is one thing I will say about this that is different from any other time of change. It's like, yes, it is a lot of white people out there, and it is a lot of white people out there who do see what we are starting to see. I'm not saying they understand, but like I will say that they're starting to realize, okay, this is unnecessary. And that is the one good thing that I will say that is happening. I'm not saying that they all feel like we all should deserve change, but they're starting to feel like, okay, this is unnecessary on how these, you know, white cops are doing this, or just people or black people are getting treated, whether it's in sports or whether it's in businesses or stuff like that. And those are small little changes that are going to help those, you know, if 2 white people have 6 kids, and then those kids will start to see it. And then, you know, they could tell their friends, and then, you know, they could tell their friends. So that's how it starts. But yeah, you know, you can't change a racist, you know, parent, but you can, you know, other white people can influence other white people to feel differently. So I'm really hoping that you know, that actually happens more, because I am hearing a lot more white people, you know, say things that, yeah, you know, we do feel like it's unnecessary. Yes, like obviously it's not going to change overnight, but just to hear them say that small thing, that it's just unnecessary, you know, is great. But yes, you know, that's basically just my thing. It's like, that's how change continues to happen. And that's what I want. A continuation, because like I said, slavery, 100+ years, segregation, 100+ years. So how we can make it happen faster is if people feel like other races start to notice that this is unnecessary, on why these people aren't getting the opportunities or dying or whatever. But that's about it. I won't take up too much time.
You know, it took up a lot of it.
Sorry, I tried not to.
I'll just mess with you. I'm just messing with you. But yeah, go ahead, B. I'll let you say your last piece.
Yeah, man, and you know, well, I'm not a parent, but for today's parents, or even as older adults, man, or if you want to be a mentor to a kid, you know, we gotta start investing into our children, guys. We gotta start investing into our children. That's the only way things are going to change. I mean, just show your kids, show the kids today that we care. Teach the kids every day to wake up with a purpose. Teach them to make a goal and work on it, and strive to get there, and show them the rewards along the way of getting to those goals. And once we start investing into our children, I think the future will look a lot better. And I think I closed it out last time with this, me saying that. We gotta start investing in our children. We gotta keep them away from all the foolishness. I mean, hell, Adrian's out there with his kid, with the kids right now, showing them that he cares. You know, teaching them and watching them and make sure that they're on their purpose and goal. Look at that. I mean, he's not goofing off. But you know, they're having a good time and they're out there learning. You know, Keith every day, you know, he got his kids. I love his kids.
That was pretty funny though.
Here goes again. Oh.
Pretty funny out here.
real in these streets. Okay.
Oh,
Success
man.
in these streets. That's what that is.
Oh, another one? Oh. Boo, caught it. Oh man, it's time to go. Oh yeah, we got 3 minutes.
Yeah, man.
Oh yeah, let me finish something.
Yeah, go ahead.
But yeah, man. On my job, man. I'm one of the oldest people at my jobs. Everyone is 18 to probably about like 24. Most people. I'm always getting these young adults advice, man. I'm always trying to direct them in the right path. Wait, not that I can direct them, but I always try to give them a better option than what they're thinking, or try to keep these guys out of trouble for not losing their jobs and
what?
Always huh?
Turn that way.
Oh, okay. Yeah, man. I'm always guiding these young adults to a different type of thinking, man. To give them more options than what they thought or what they've already had, and that's what we gotta do as older adults is be better examples. Show that we care, invest into the youth, and if we do that, they're gonna grow up and take care of us and look out for us growing up. This is all team. This is all team.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. I hope that we're better examples than the previous generations and what they were to us. So if we stay on that, I think things will get a lot better. If we stay on that, I think things will get a lot better. All right.
All right, Adrian, man. I'm gonna let you have your last piece too, man. This is it.
I mean, I really don't have nothing else to say. I just, like I said, we keep the conversation going, on a consistent basis, and this isn't just a onesie twosie. Dude, almost hit me with the ball. Onesie twosie time, then again, you'll affect change. Change doesn't happen overnight. Think about it. Gangbanging didn't start overnight.
Mm-hmm.
So, correcting this mentality that didn't start overnight is going to take time. As long as everybody's dedicated to putting in the work, and then change will happen.
Exactly.
Yeah, I agree. All right. So, let me start with you, Adrian, since we're about to get off here. Why don't you tell everybody where they can find you at, and also let us know what that app is too.
Nowhere, bro. Can't find me nowhere. What you think? You the fuzz, man? What you the FBI? What you mean?
Hey,
trying
man.
to find me?
Nah, I'm trying to get you more money. That's what I'm trying to do.
No, man,
Hey, this is also about supporting our people too. So hey.
Hey, what you trying to find my coordinates for? You see me? This is where I'm at in the lights, homie. Nah, I don't know. We got an IG, Immaculate Styles CC. IMMACULATE _STYLZ _CC. Yeah, all that. And then hell, you can look up on our website, IMMACCARCLUB.com. So find me either one of those places, or just find me at a car show and say what's up.
And what about the app? Because I want to make sure to put that out there too.
What? Black Business Owners Network?
Yep.
Literally, Black Business Owners Network. It's on
Okay.
You can find it on Facebook. That's the easiest way to do it.
Okay. And as an app you can download to your phone?
Yeah. Don't forgive me. I don't remember what the app was, but I'd have to look for it. And I don't want to. Just go on the. If you literally go to Black Business Owners Network on Facebook, you'll find it. If not, when the next time I come on here, I'll tell you guys what's up.
Yeah, or you know what? Just send it to me in an email, whatever, so I can link it down below.
I can do that too.
Yeah. So I can look at it. So yeah. B, where can everybody find you at?
Hello. I'm gonna redo my intro because I didn't tell no one nothing.
Well, you might just
yes,
put in your outro. Just put in the outro.
Yeah, exactly. So you guys, I am Brandon D. Vernon. I am a web developer. So you can find me on all social medias at Brandon D. Vernon. Type that in, or you can type in my company, Motion Flotion Design or Motion Flotion, and you'll be able to find me. Also, if you need a website, go on motionflotiondesign.com and send me an email. And keep looking out for my social medias because the YouTube and Twitch is coming soon. I'm just waiting for the equipment with this thing and get the course that I need to get it started. All right, you guys. Peace out.
All right, Keith. Keith.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where can people find you if you want to let people know?
Like I said, it's the same as always, man. I got an Instagram and a Facebook. Big626. It's super simple. You know, if you try to add me and I don't respond, don't be mad. You know, it's nothing personal. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I don't know. But hit me up on PlayStation, Big626. Hit me up on Xbox, Big626. Hit me up on the Switch, Big626. They're all the same. I need to TM that shit quick. Yeah, man. I mean, you know, this was good. I appreciate everybody being on here, even though Horace is gone.
Nice.
G, you know, I wish you talk more. But you are the best Molly Quim that anybody can ever ask for. I will say that much. You know,
okay.
You know, you need to talk more. You need to put your input in more, but that's about it, man. You know, because you be having a lot to say on the phone. I know we all could agree with that.
We all raise our hands with that.
Yeah, seriously.
Fair enough. All right. Yeah, fair enough. But anyways, I want to thank y'all for being on here. And again, you can find me, you know, thegdesigns.com. All my links will be down in the description below. Can't talk right now. But again, I want to thank all my guests for being on here. I appreciate it. And yeah.
So for everyone who checked out this series and made it to the end of this episode, I just want to say thank y'all. We definitely appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, just so you know, I do got to say this because as the releasing of this one, we already had a major gap, but we're going to have one more for the holidays. So next week there will not be an episode. It will be the week after, so stay tuned for that. So as of right now, that will be, I want to say, December 4th. So it should be on a Friday, so definitely check that out. So other than that, that's all I have to tell you. I'm going to go ahead and end this. And I also want to take the time to thank Mimi's Minis. Definitely check out her store down below. There's a link down below. Definitely check that out. And once again, thank you for checking this episode out, and we'll see you in 2 weeks.